and turn it up and leave it alone. I need this turned up. Thank you. I need to hear myself. His every step. Thank you. And I'll modulate. Let me modulate. Don't try to adjust it. I'll modulate. His every step is attended by the eager, adoring, and expectant masses. Yes, we could say, with the throngs mobbing him, that on this day, Jesus is a rock star. Because everybody wants a piece of him. Hundreds of disposable Passover cameras point in his direction. Eager paparazzi from the Jerusalem Times push boom mics toward his face, hoping for a live action interview. Ratings hungry talk show hosts sweat him to get an interview. Gushing Jollywood agents. I said Jollywood. I said Jollywood. Jollywood. That's the mongrel mix that is produced when we breed Jerusalem with Hollywood, which still happens today. Gushing Jollywood agents long to represent him. Israel can't get enough of him. Look at him. Giggling children stare in wide-eyed admiration. Star-struck teens present their robes for his autograph. Single young ladies swoon at the sight of the ruggedly handsome young Nazarene. They can't get enough of him. Street vendors scalp matted black and white sketches of his chiseled face. Theater students reenact his most popular parables. Rock-ribbed athletes slap high fives at high-def replays of Jesus' most famous healings. Israel can't get enough of him. Israel's writers write about him. Israel's singers sing about him. Israel's rappers rap about him. Israel's bloggers blog about him. Israel's tweeters tweet about him. His greatest hits CD flies off the shelves. And his healing clips on YouTube, they go viral. Jesus is a rock star. And if Jesus is a rock star, what of his disciples? They form his security guard. They are men in black, black suits, black ties, black shades, no smiles. They're trusted with crowd control. Make way, shouts his disciples. Jesus is trying to get through. Ma'am, please stand back behind the yellow tape. Give our master some space. Sir, no more autographs now, kids. No more. Come on, bro. You're all up in the man's face. Back up. Back up. Oh. No hablas en hebreo? Mi abuelo. Jesús le verá en un momento. He'll be with you in just a minute. But the more they try to keep the crowds away from Jesus, the more the crowds press in on the young rabbi because they are mesmerized by his dynamic personality. Make no mistake about it, in Mark chapter 10, verse 46, we are introduced to Israel's first citizen. But verse 46 also introduces us to one of Israel's last citizens. He is one of the nameless, faceless nobodies on Israel's social register. Now, while Mark is the only gospel writer to semi-dignify him with some semblance of a name, linguistically, Bar Timaeus is actually not a name. It expresses a relationship. For Bar is the Aramaic equivalent of son of. Now, at least we have Simon Bar Jonah. But we don't know his real name Because he's known because he's related to somebody. Whoever this Timaeus was must have been a very prominent member in Mark's first century Roman audience. And so the only way Mark could identify him was to say, oh yeah, you remember him, that blind son of Timaeus. He's one of the nameless, faceless nobodies. The Bible tells us that he is nameless. Secondly, verse 46 says he is sightless. In Espanol, el ciego. He is sightless. And because he's sightless in a sighted world, his opaque glare tells us that he is uneducated, unlettered, and untutored. Thirdly, he is jobless. That's why he's a beggar. He's jobless, burdened by unemployment. He must resort to begging. Remember, this is pre-Braille. There is no capacity for educating a disabled person for trades. And so he's a beggar. That's what's explicit in the text. Here is what's implicit in the text. From what we know about first century Israel, as a beggar, he's defenseless. Hard-bitten